All right, let's dive into a problem that, let's be honest, probably keeps every ML team up at night. That ever-growing cloud bill. Machine learning's amazing, but wow, can it get expensive? So today, we're going to explore how you can get a handle on those costs without gutting the performance that makes your models so powerful.
Does this whole scenario sound a little too familiar? You build this incredible model, you push it to production, and then, a couple months down the line, you've got finance knocking on your door, wondering why the cloud spend just went through the roof. You are definitely not alone. This is one of the biggest headaches in MLOps right now.
So let's just cut right to the chase with a number that is, well, it's pretty shocking. Industry analyses suggest that up to 80% of what companies are spending on their ML cloud infrastructure might be totally unnecessary. That is a huge number, and it means there's a massive opportunity here.
And that's really the key thing to remember. This isn't just some unavoidable tax for doing ML. It's an engineering problem. And because it's an engineering problem, that means it has real, actionable engineering solutions that we can put into practice. Okay, so to fix these leaks, we first have to find them, right? Let's start by actually looking at where all this money is going. So this table pretty much lays out the usual suspects. You've got the really obvious one, heavy model training. I mean, think about training huge LLMs. Of course that's expensive. But then you have the sneakier costs, the ones that bleed you dry. Like those GPU instances that somebody forgot to turn off, just running 24/7. Or paying for way more inference capacity than you actually use. It all adds up, and it adds up fast.
So the solution here isn't as simple as just finding a cheaper GPU. We need a much more holistic approach. We have to think about optimizing costs across the entire machine learning lifecycle.
And this is so important. You can't just throw all your effort at the training phase and call it a day. Cost is an engineering challenge that literally touches everything, from how you store your data all the way to how you monitor models in production. It's really an end-to-end mindset shift. And this is the roadmap we're going to use to tackle it. We're going to walk through these 5 key stages: data, training, deployment, inference, and monitoring, and we're going to find some high-impact ways to save money at every single step. Okay, let's open up the toolkit. We're going to turn this lifecycle map into a set of practical, actionable strategies, starting right where it all begins, with the data itself. Here's a super simple but really powerful one: tiered storage. Let's be real, not all of your data needs to be available in a millisecond. All that raw data, those old experiment logs, model artifacts from a year ago, move them to cheaper archival storage like AWS Glacier. It's a tiny process change that can have a huge impact on your storage bill. And now for the big one, training. The single biggest lever you can pull here is using spot or preemptible instances. This is basically spare compute capacity that cloud providers sell at a massive discount. We're talking up to 90% off. Now, yeah, they can be interrupted, but if you combine them with smart checkpointing so you can just resume a failed job, you can absolutely slash your biggest cost driver. Other great tactics? Using early stopping to kill training runs that are going nowhere. That saves you both time and a ton of money. Okay, so the model is trained. Now we have to actually serve it. And inference costs can be just as deadly, they're just quieter. One of the most effective techniques to get them under control is something called quantization. And what's so cool about this is that it proves cost savings don't have to mean worse performance. In fact, it's the opposite. Quantization actually simplifies the math your model does, which can make it run up to 4 times faster. And faster inference means you need less hardware to serve the same number of people. It's a win-win. So what does that speed boost translate to in dollars and cents? How about a potential 50% reduction on your GPU inference bill? Yeah, 50%. So how do you actually do this? Well, you use standard off-the-shelf tools like Onyx Runtime or NVIDIA's TensorRT. They basically help you convert your models to use simpler, less precise numbers, formats like FP16 or INT8, and that's what unlocks both that incredible speedup and the massive cost savings. So now that we have some powerful tools in our belt, let's talk about something maybe even more important: mindset. Because often the biggest savings don't come from a specific tool, but from changing the culture and the day-to-day processes of your engineering team. Oh man, here is a classic example. The common mistake is retraining a model on a fixed schedule. Like, let's just retrain it every single night, just in case. The best practice? Retrain only when you need to. You set up monitoring to detect when the model's performance is actually starting to degrade, and you use that as a trigger. This saves a truly enormous amount of wasted compute.
And here are a few other critical habits to build. Always, always start with the simplest, smallest model that gets the job done. Enable scale to zero for your services so they completely shut down and stop costing you money when they're not being used. And please, set up budgets and alerts. You can't fix a cost spike if you don't even know it's happening.
So it all comes back to this one central idea. Thinking about cost isn't just for the finance team anymore. Every single choice an engineer makes, from the model architecture to the deployment strategy, has a direct, real-world financial impact. Cost is an engineering decision. All right, let's wrap all of this up. What is the one core takeaway you should bring back to your team from this whole explainer? You know, the best ML systems in the world aren't just the most accurate ones. They're the ones that are also efficient, cost-effective, and totally under control. Building with cost in mind from day one isn't about being cheap. It's a sign of engineering excellence and maturity. And that brings us to the end. I'll just leave you with this one question to take back to your own projects. After seeing all these potential problem areas, from storage and training to inference and monitoring, what's the very first cost leak you're going to go back and fix?